It's one thing to be alone. It's another thing to be utterly isolated by yourself in the bush of West Africa. And I gotta tell you, there's nothing like having a flashlight, a nice powerful flashlight that can just light up the whole area, all those weird noises you hear at night. Find out what they are. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can creep up on you with the X75. It gives you just a sense of confidence, so that even when you're out by yourself in places like this, you can feel quite at ease. Greetings everyone, welcome to another episode of Well Rigged, where we take a look at the most durable, high-performance products on the face of the earth. And what better place to test flashlights than the continent Africa, where I am currently working. And it just so happens I also have the second brightest production flashlight in the world, the ACEBEAM X75. You know, if you look at the continent of Africa from a satellite at night, you'll notice how much darker it is. What better place to light up than the continent of Africa? So let's unbox this thing. First of all, the ACEBEAM X75 actually comes shipped inside of a nice branded tote bag. Very nice. I'll hold on to that. And as you can see on this, it's a very nice box. It's a nice gift quality box with its own magnetic retainer. Type-C charging, power delivery up to 60 watt charging or 100 watt charging. You can get a 100 watt charger if you want. This flashlight also doubles as a power bank with power delivery, meaning you can actually charge laptops and things like that. A patented lock switch, meaning a safety lock to keep the kids from burning themselves, and forced air cooling in the head. Very cool. Let's open it up. Look at this beauty. It has a rubberized cover for the bezel, which you can take off. You have on this side right here, you'll notice the locking switch. And you have your power switch here. So I have it locked. You have your power switch here. And then you have instant turbo here. And then you can cycle through the power settings like so. If you want to get to turbo and hold it, double click on this button here. Or double click rather. That's turbo. You hear the fan kick in with the heat. Of course, that is all via this removable handle and the fans themselves and the cooling fins. You can see maybe see the radiator fins in there. This fan can actually be removed by removing these hex bolts. You notice on the back here, there's a cap. This cap comes off to access the USB-C charging port, which is right here. And you have indicator lights indicating the charge capacity. And also that port is used to plug in devices if you want to use this flashlight as a power bank, which I think is something that ACEBEAM is ahead of everybody else on. They've been including these power bank capabilities in their flashlights way ahead of all the other. Overall quality is excellent. I love it. I think this is what I come to expect in ACEBEAM. It's a premium flashlight, and that's what you get. Everything about this flashlight feels great. Here's the business end. XHP 70.2s, Cree LEDs, all with their own orange peel, deep set reflector, and through an anti-reflective glass lens. So I totally know you guys. I know that really what you came here is just to see the utter power of the X75, and I admit this is something that I love too. So first of all, ultra low. And ultimately I can't see too much difference between ultra low and low, but there is a difference. Now we're going to go off and we're going to go to low. There's low, so it is a bit brighter. And now up one step. Here we have the next step. I don't know, sometimes they call medium low. This would be, I guess, medium. Now we're already talking about a massive stadium light. Now we're up to high. I mean, just look you see the smoke coming across from the fire over there. The rope bridge, everything out behind there, the palm tree. Now here we go to full turbo, shall we? There's full turbo, the fan kicks on, and that's just an amazing amount of light. Just rocking it. What can I say? This thing is a behemoth. Absolute behemoth. So you can see the boathouse right up here. Maybe barely make out the dock. Now you're making it a little bit more. You'll notice there's an awful lot of bugs around here, so I'm going to make it quick because they're all going to come to me. So that's the second step. Third step, now I'm making out the forest on the other side of this pond. Here we have turbo, and we're just lighting up. It's just unbelievable. Just lighting up the whole pond. Nothing can hide. You know, on the other side of this lake, there's a problem with illegal hunting, people coming across, and so this is just one of those types of tools that you can use to survey large properties. Whoa, look at these bugs. Look at them. I gotta shut this thing off quick. Whew, that's crazy. You know, I really shouldn't, this is rule number one out here, I shouldn't have flip-flops on. I've been stung by a scorpion for making this mistake once before. The nice thing about the X75 is if I shut it off and I long press it from off, it has this nice little ultra low setting. You might say it's ultra low, but it is still, I don't know what it is, still something like 900 lumens, which is already half of a car headlight really, but it's great. It still works for pathway lighting, which is more than can be said for some of the other larger flashlights. For instance, the MS-18, the world's brightest flashlight in the world, really is completely useless for pathway lighting. It's a massive cannon of a light, and it's only good for one thing. But the nice thing about the X75 is it can bring itself down to a more human level, shall we say, so that you can use it on a day-to-day basis without blowing your eyes right out of your head. Look at this elephant grass. I don't know if you can see up there's a tree. I'm going to go ahead and light it up. Look at that. And if I just swing all the way around here, I wish you could see all the way across that water over there. Maybe I'll come back. But you can just see the immensity of this light is really quite incredible. Oh, just crazy, crazy, crazy. I mean, the circumference of what I'm seeing right now is easily, if I pull the circle all the way around, I'm seeing a radius of at least, wow, we're getting close to 500 meters in all directions. So that could say that from my point here, I can see clearly 500 meters, a whole diameter of 1 kilometer. Just crazy. Well, some people don't know why you need a flashlight like this, but I can tell you there's plenty of purposes for it. Beyond the obvious search and rescue, large property surveillance like construction sites, livestock protection at night. You've got military usages, police usages, and you've just got general security, a sense of not being surprised by anything around you. It's also a self-defense weapon. For sure, you shine this in the eyes of somebody coming toward you and they won't be able to see anything. Check it out. Unbelievable. Turbo on the X75 is not something you can leave running for two reasons. It'll drain your battery down, but the primary reason why it can't run for too long is because of heat, even with the fans. That's why you use turbo sparingly, okay? But there is a second button that gives you just like momentary turbo, and that's what you want. You just want to say, hey, what's that noise over there? Or over there? And you're able to just give a punch out into the darkness, suddenly throw a beam down 500-600 meters, and nothing can hide. And that's the point of it. That's the point of having that momentary turbo. The longest running flashlight at 20,000 lumens is the MS-18. But then you're moving into something that you literally need a shoulder strap for. Whereas the X75 is perfectly portable and not fatiguing to carry all night long. A comparison between the beams of the ACEBEAM X75 and the Immelent. Let's start with the X75. So this is low, medium low, medium, and I'll put the lumen ratings up there for you. High, okay, that's very impressive. This is the ACEBEAM X75, very impressive. And then we're gonna go to turbo, okay? Very broad beam, impressive light, decent throw. Nothing's going to hide from it. Very portable flashlight. ACEBEAM MS18 low. Medium low. Medium. Probably high. Extra high. Very high. Here comes the power, and then we're going to go to turbo. And this is turbo, 100,000 lumens, the ACEBEAM MS18. We'll put turbo on for the ACEBEAM X70 beside it. And now we've got a whole lot of light. You can see the MS18 has definitely got a cooler white, but you can get the X75 in a cooler white as well. So it's pretty impressive. This is my Land Cruiser's headlights on high beam. They're not super spectacular headlights, probably need them changed, but nonetheless. Here we go with the ACEBEAM X75. You getting a hold of this? I mean, look at this. Isn't that wild? It completely washes out the headlights. I can't even tell that there's headlights on this road. There's the headlights. There's the ACEBEAM X75. High beams on a car. Washes it right out. To me, it's just bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. Price point of this flashlight is about 400 bucks, give or take. Maybe you get a deal, maybe you don't. There is a link in the description. I am an ACEBEAM affiliate. If you appreciate my content, I try to be as honest as possible, then you can support me that way. If not, just Google it and you can buy it however you want. So ACEBEAM actually offers 3 different versions of the X75. There is 2 versions with the 70.2 LEDs, which develop about between 80,000 lumens down to 75,000 lumens. 2 different colors. You have a 6500K or 5000K. The 5000K version, which I have here, produces 75,000 lumens. There's one other version with the XHP 70.3s. It gives you a longer throw but a lower amount of lumens. So you'll be getting about 67,000 lumens, but you'll be gaining extra throw down to 1,300 meters instead of around 1,000 meters. You can also get this flashlight along with a 100-watt charger, and that will charge the battery up in 1 hour versus a 60-watt charger, which will charge it up in 1 hour and 30 minutes, which I really don't see the point of. Unless you are really interchanging the batteries quickly, I would suggest getting a second battery pack. Anyway, 80,000 lumens is a lot of light, but for a flashlight this size, it's extremely impressive. Remembering that, you know, turbo mode is only used momentarily with most of these flashlights, even including the brightest flashlight on earth, the MS18. I think the most important spec for high power flashlights is the max sustained lumens, right? How long can it run at one of its highest settings? And for this flashlight, generally speaking, across the 3 different LED options, you'll expect about 20,000 lumens for 20 minutes. Now, if you want to move up from this type of flashlight, you got to understand that the next step up is this massive thing, the ACEBEAM MS18. This one can sustain 50 minutes at 25,000 lumens. But remember, this is $260 or $270 more just for that. So, and considering the weight, I'm not sure that's a great trade-off. But you decide. I really like the quality of this flashlight, the workmanship of it, solid metal handle. At night, the tactile feel of the buttons is easy to differentiate, easy to find. Something that many flashlight manufacturers really kind of have as an afterthought, but it's very important at night. The fact that this flashlight doubles as a power bank is brilliant, especially considering the capacity of this battery bank to charge a laptop, to charge your devices quickly, and I mean very quickly. ACEBEAM also sends their flashlight with a spare fan in case you need to do maintenance on it, which is very easy. Just remove these bolts and remove a couple more, and the fan comes out, you can replace a fan if needed. But you know, the fan is also equally as waterproof as the entire flashlight. It's submersible. Overall, love this flashlight. I'd highly recommend it to you. I think it's portable, high power. ACEBEAM's knocked it out of the park on this one. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate everyone following me on this channel. Like, subscribe it, whatever, if you want to support me. Catch you guys next time.